Silvertips, meanwhile, 9 for the Mavericks. And like I say, it's a 4-2 lead for the Tips as we head into the we're going to take a quick pause here. We'll get some technical difficulties sorted out as well. We apologize for those who joined us for the beginning of the game here. We were down for the first round. It sounds like so. We're trying to get things sorted out here in the booth. And meanwhile, we're watching the Mavericks with that.
Messed it up.
That's
this afternoon's game, including Platinum Fitness, Widmer Realty, Ingham McKee Insurance, TGM, Carey Flaws Real Estate, Bulldog Driver Training, C&B Electric. Welcome back, Mavericks fans, into the Innisfil Twin Arena, where the Mavs find themselves down 4-2 after 20 minutes of play here to the Rockyview Silvertips. And final regular season matchup for these two teams, the Central Division opponents. The Silvertips lead the Central Division. They're 11-1. Afternoon's action, they've got 22 points, and that is well ahead of the third place Mountainview Mavericks with a record of 5-4-1. They find themselves with 11 points and now just a point behind the Red Deer Rampage, and you know that the Mavericks don't want that, Dawson.
No, we lost a bad one to them last week. I didn't make it out to the game, obvious, but yeah, apparently nobody wanted to show up, so we gave 2 back to the Rampage. That's unfortunate, and in this tight Central Division, any game you lose, you're just hurting yourself in that standings. It's so tight. And
it is pretty tight, like you say, and like I say. The Rampage just have the 1-point edge on the Mavericks, and this is a game that they can make up a lot of ground on the Rampage, that's for sure, as there's not a whole lot of season left. The runway is quickly coming to a close, and not a lot of home games to be played yet either. I believe this is the third final home game of the face-off. Chase Penner will have it. Tips are 1 for 2 on the power play as well. Mason Schroeder's got the tally. Shea, and that one ends up behind Swan. Mavericks will collect, and they're away. Here's Brandon Harnick. Harnick's got it, and he puts it wide of the target. Looking to gather the rebound. It'll be Liam Steele who gets there, but it ends up in the bench of the Mavericks. It'll be a Mavericks ball, though. Off the glove, I believe, of a setting up the offense is Mountain View. Hayden Sutherland, the setup man's got it. Left-hand side, takes a step in, takes a check as well, drops to the floor. Now he feels a bit of pressure, but still has the ball. 3 Silvertips surround him, and eventually the ball comes loose. Sutherland swinging, looking to get that ball free, but he can't quite get it out of the pocket. Now back the other way. Here's an opportunity. Matthew David Legault still has it. David Legault, a nice spin move to get around a couple of checks. Now we'll look to start up the offense, I beg your pardon. Left-hand side, Cole Peterson lets fly, and that one's swallowed up by Alex Swan. Swan now sees Luke Hildebrand down the floor, and he's got him. Left-hand side, here's Hildebrand, who fires one on and goes flying through the crease, but that one's wide of the target. Remy Pinchard now. He's got it down to the corner, looking to set up. Hildebrand's down there with him, but goes up top of the arc. That one is picked off. Back the other way comes Fuster. Fuster's got it. He'll dish off. Now it's a fired-on opportunity and an excellent save made. Nickel had a great chance, but a better save by Alex Swan. Swan keeping his team in this one. Devin Gardner's got it. Benko dishes off. Here's Sutherland. Back to Benko. Benko now fires on. That was a tough-looking save by McDonough, but manages to keep that one out. McDonough now will look to head man and finds his man down the floor. It's Nickel once again who fires one wide of the target. That one ends up in the rafters. Mavericks ball. Mavs start up. Sutherland looking to set up his man. Let's Steele, who is denied. Now as Sutherland picks up the rebound, fires on again, and that's swallowed up by McDonough. One of the best goaltenders in the league and showing his worth today.
You can tell this back eight is throwing both teams for a whirl as it just transition look after transition look.
It absolutely is. It's a wide open start to this second period. 2.5 minutes elapsed. 4-2. It's the Silvertips who remain up. And the Tips in possession of the offensive zone. Shabak will dish off right-hand side now. Schroeder left side now. It's Peterson and a wide open look there for Penner, who just missed the target.
I believe that was Lodemeyer's stick who got right in the way of that, because Penner had a wide open look because Swan went the other way.
Fuster's got it in transition. Here come the Silvertips up the floor. Mason Schroeder now. Schroeder stops up, dishes off. Now it's with Nickel. To it. See Shabak come onto the floor as well. Left-hand side will dish off. Penner over. Knew it. Now over. It's a backhand setup, or backdoor setup, I should say, for Tuitt, and that's denied. Quick ball movement here for the Silvertips. Shabak again starts up the offense into the middle. They're looking to work it for Schroeder. Schroeder feels the pressure from a couple of Mavs players, but it comes out. Now remaining in possession. Here's the Silvertips up the top of the arc. Nice turnover there from Drake May, who's trying to push it forward, but he can't do so successfully. Silvertips collect. 7 seconds on the shot clock. They missed the target. Schroeder takes another opportunity. That one's wide as well, and ends up in the rafters. It'll be a Mavericks ball.
Yeah, thankfully Drake May didn't get full possession there and reset that shot clock, and Silvertips couldn't find a shot on net there.
Setting up now in the offensive zone. Luke Hildebrand's got it for the Mavericks. I beg your pardon, that's Baumung who's got it. Baumung now, left side. Steal. Over for Benko. That one is picked off. That's Fuster again who's intercepted. I believe that's his third turnover already of this period. Fuster himself will turn the ball over, however, in a battle.
Commentator's curse.
That is exactly what that is. Peterson's had it. Now it's down low for Harnick, who takes it hard into the paint area there, but that's a turnover. It's Silvertips' ball. Must have took a step into the crease.
Yeah, it's crease call, but he got pretty close. So he went off the post. Some more positive looks for the Mavericks would be nice, but I mean, they just got to control that ball and settle it down here.
Walker Shabak now has got it, left side. Looking to set something up. Here is the Silvertips. To it, up top he comes. Dishing off. Tuitt's got it again. He'll hand off. This time for Penner. Now we'll go to the left-hand side. Here's a chance. Firing on, and Swan swallows that up. 5 minutes have elapsed here in the second period. The score remains 4-2. We're scoreless in this middle frame. Luke Hildebrand on the left side is awaiting more troops to come over the boards. He sees the setup man in Sutherland. Now right side, here's Benko looking to go back. Here's Hildebrand again. Carries it into the middle, top of the arc. Now dishes off again. Dolinsky into the corner. Looking to set up the offense again is Sutherland, who lets fly, and that is collected on the rebound briefly by the Mavericks, and eventually it's going to be McDonough who comes away with it. Behind the back play there by the goaltender and McDonough. Feeling confident, no doubt.
A very confident play out of him.
20 seconds on the shot clock to work with for the Silvertips, who have now just completed their change, transitioning into offense. On the left side, it's Cole Peterson. Trying to dance away from a couple of checks. Now eventually will dish off. Penner lets fly, and that's denied. Ricochet is collected by Harnick. Now Harnick transitions up the floor. Harnick's got it, left side, looking to set things up now. Harnick will fire one into the corner. That one bounces off the wall and deep. Now it's picked up. Bit of a 2-on-0 developing. Here's Fuster, who's got it on a breakaway and misses the target.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate change by the Mavericks. You turn it over and you got 2 D guys changing and 2 guys going on here late to the play, and Silvertips should be capitalized or at least get a shot on net there, but they don't.
And yet another odd man rush though, because of that long change here in this second period. Here's Devin Gardner, who's got it. Looks to float one into the middle for Pinchon. That one gets away from him. The Mavericks will find possession back. They get it out to Luke Hildebrand. Lets a long shot fire, and that's denied by McDonough. Mavericks looking for a little bit of all luck here, but they can't seem to find the ricochets or the rebounds to go their way. Meanwhile, it's the Silvertips who transition quickly. Shabak down low, looks to get back to Shabak from Penner. Well, that one just a little too hot to handle. Shabak slows things down now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. He'll dish off. Top of the arc now. Silvertips and Peterson, they've got it. Let fly. That one's wide of the target. It will bounce all the way over, but not quite over the boards. Eventually, the shot clock will come to a conclusion, and the Mavericks will have possession. 12:55 remaining in this second period. 4-2 Silvertips. They remain up 2. Sutherland's got it. Looks to dance his way into the crease area. That one's turned over before he can get a shot away. And now it's Liam Steele who feels the pressure from 3 Silvertips players. Silvertips can't quite find the ball though, as Benko will dish off. Now Sutherland's got it. Nice couple of moves here from Sutherland, who gets it towards the goal, and that's a decent save once again by Caden McDonough. Fresh shot clock though, as the Mavs stay on it. Here's Dolinsky. Dolinsky still got it. Couple of checks there, but dishes away, and Benko's pass just out of his reach. Fuster once again has a turnover for the Silvertips. Now he looks to headman, but that one is a little too hot to handle. Things settling down now for the Silvertips, needing a change. Cole Peterson's got it. Waits for the rest of his offensive troops to come out there. Schroeder can't hold on to the ball. He takes a check for his efforts as well, and eventually trickles all the way to Swan, who starts up in transition now for the Mavericks. Gotta get over the line. They do so successfully. Ethan Hildebrand for Devin Gardner. Gardner takes a step into the inside. Can't let fly though, as he's checked just as he wanted to release, and that eventually will result in a turnover now for the Silvertips. Tips in possession as they come over half. Shabak's got it. Shabak Feels some pressure, dishes off, right-hand side. Silvertips with 20 seconds on the shot clock, setting things up. To it down low. A little bit of pressure here from the Mavericks, making sure he stays to the outside, but a skipper ends up out of play. Dangerous looking shot there, but the Mavericks get away with one.
Yeah, that one had some good eyes on it. It looked like it was going to go far side there on Swan, but thankfully bounced out wide.
In transition, and now into offense are the Mavericks. Mountainview in the offensive zone. Here's Hayden Sutherland, shakes away from a check, but on the backhand can't quite get a clean shot on. Not one he likes, at least. It comes over to Riley Benko, who fires one well wide of the target. Sutherland gathers. He'll fire one. That one's wide as well. Couple of shots, but not one on goal, and now it's in possession of the Rockyview Silvertips. One-on-one developing. Luke Hildebrand's the lone man back as the defensive core gets out there, and the offensive troops come over the boards for the Silvertips. Here's Peterson to it. Now on over. It's Penner. Right side. Looking to set up a play here are the Silvertips. Penner will dish across for Peterson. Peterson now top of the arc. Doesn't like what he sees. Will dish over. That's a pass too hot to handle for the tip. Loose ball. Mavericks gather. Here comes Mountain View left-hand side with Luke Hildebrand. Luke Hildebrand carries it in and fires one on. He scores! That's in the goal. Luke Hildebrand gets one back for Mountain View. It's a 4-3 game.
Yeah, that one might be a close call on the crease. I don't know if it was completely in, but ref doesn't see it enough, and it's a good goal for Hildebrand on the transition. His brother starts it with the defensive turnover there. They both get the hard ball battle, and he runs up the floor. I'm surprised he got past Penner there. He's a quick little guy going down that floor, and I think he tried to play cat and mouse with him, slowed down a little bit to see what he could do, and Hildebrand makes him pay for it. That's the second of the night for Hildebrand on that transition game, so.
Yep, Luke Hildebrand continues to make a big impact here for the Mountain View Mavericks. He certainly is a key player, and he is dragging the Mavs back into this game almost single-handedly. Here's Shabak, who's got possession for the Silvertips. A little bit of juice in this barn after that goal for the Mavs. Pressure now from the Silvertips as they go into offense. 15 seconds on the shot clock. A pass in the middle intended for Shabak. Loose ball now gathered by the Tips. They fire one on. It's well wide of the target. Drake Bay's in a battle. Loose ball collected by the Silvertips. It's Peterson who dishes out. Newitt's got it now. Nickel, I beg your pardon, will let fly. It's collected by Swan. Swan, the goaltender, headman's out, and now over the line. Here's Drake May. Gets the pass. It's a good one for Sutherland. Sutherland looks to go around the crease area, set up some offense here. About 15 seconds on the shot clock. Sutherland loses it out of his pocket, but there to collect is Ryder Baumung. Baumung will fire one across. Benko, that pass too hot to handle. Going up and collecting it is Devin Gardner. Devin Gardner facing the pressure. Now Gardner's got a lane towards the goal. He's lost the ball, however, and it's turned over. What's happening now, Dawson?
I think Fuster finally made a bad play in this period. I think he's getting 2 minutes for cross-checking.
That's exactly what's going on here. So what an opportunity coming up now for the Mountain View Mavericks, heading on to their first power play of the afternoon.
We really don't know too many D-stats on him, but for that guy to be in the penalty box, it sure looks good on a power play here. Hopefully the Mavericks can gel together and chip away at this lead and tie it all up with 9-12 to go in the second period.
Man, you said it there, Dawson. I mean, he's been an outstanding player so far, especially in this second period. At least 2 or 3 turnovers generated by Fuster, and now he finds himself in the box. Here's an opportunity for the Mavericks, down just 1 goal. It's 4-3 here, and a full 2-minute power play, their first of the afternoon. Sutherland's got it. Looks to set up offense. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Sutherland down low. Here's Pinchon. He misses the target. Opportunity down low for Benko. Denied point blank. Gathering are the Silvertips, and they've transitioned over the line. Right-hand side. Here's Joshua Brunton. Looks to kill as much time as he possibly can, ragging this ball. Schroeder's got it. Big frame protecting the ball. Right side. He'll take it. Dishes off now. Zachary Cullen's got one in this game already, and now he's got possession of the ball. Dishes off. Schroeder also has a goal this afternoon. Schroeder looks to fire one on, but he can't do so successfully. Shot clock comes to a conclusion there for the Silvertips. That'll allow the power play to resume with about a minute to play with. Mavericks back on, and in offense is Remy Pachon. Dolinsky's got it. Dolinsky now left side. Sutherland. Hildebrand. Sutherland. He's got it again. Hayden to Luke. Back on over to Sutherland. He's got it top of the arc, feels the pressure there though, popping it out of his... They score! A nice pass down low for Dolinski, and he fires one through the wickets. The Mavericks have renewed this game. It is 4-4 with a crucial power play goal.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty to start it off. I think that's a Hildebrandt and Sutherland assist, if I'm not mistaken. Jace Dolinski, the newer guy out of high school, comes back, gets one for the Mavericks here. 1-for-1 on the power play. You can't complain about it, but it didn't look pretty, and then it did. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's right. It was the Silvertips who had it down in the Mavericks' end for the majority of the beginning of that power play, but you only need one chance, and the Mavericks, they get it to go. It's a 4-4 game here. Coming back from down 2 goals on 2 separate occasions are the Mavericks. In possession, it is the Silvertips who've got it down the right-hand side. Now they fire a quick shot on, and it's gobbled up by Alex Swan, who will send it up the court. Here's Luke Hildebrandt looking for his 3rd of the afternoon, and he scores! Luke Hildebrandt's got a hat trick, and the Mavericks have their first lead of the game.
Yeah, that's another transition goal, same as his first one there. He's offside, I guess, with his hand. It's to the outside there, and he just makes that twister look nice. And to beat Caden McDonough, not once, but twice, but 3 times, I think they might have him here, because this is a top-notch goalie that's letting those fly. So, Mavericks motivation, or what do you want, momentum. What a swing.
Oh, that's 100% what it's been here in this second frame. It's the Mavericks who have stormed out with 3 unanswered goals, and right into the sin bin here is number 13, Conwell Walker, who picks one up after that goal was scored. Now the coaching staff here for the Tips is looking for an explanation, but it's going to be the Mavericks who head right back to the man advantage. What a chance here. And the Mavericks have clawed back on the shot clock as well. Now 24-20, still in favor of Rockyview, but at one point it was Rockyview who was doubling up the Mavericks. They've certainly come to life here in this second period.
I don't think these refs have it. It should be a Mavericks ball if a Silvertip guy gets a penalty.
Even off a goal?
Yeah, because the guy who made the hit. Because the penalty wouldn't count if he scored, right? If it was a delayed penalty.
Oh, that's right.
So it's clearly after he scored. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, that should have been Mavericks ball off the get-go.
Excellent observation, but meanwhile it's Fuster who's got possession for the Silvertips, and they're in the offensive zone here on the PK. It's Penner now on the right side, looking to just rag this ball as long as he possibly can. I think the Mavericks will be content with that as well, as eventually they know they'll get possession back.
I don't think they know they're on a man up here because nobody's doubling them. There we go.
Eventually they do become aware, and they fire one on Swan. A little bit of a stumble there from Kai Glass, but he picks himself up and he gets himself over half. Sutherland's got it. He'll slow things down on the offensive possession. Minute 15, a power play remains for the Mavericks, who are 1-for-1 on the afternoon. The tying goal coming on the power play from Jace Dolinski. Sutherland now working it into the middle is for the Silvertips. 50 seconds of power play remaining here for Mountainview. They'd love to get it back. Tewitt's got it. Cole Tewitt looks to shake around a couple of Mavericks checks here. Double man up. It's Drake May and Brandon Harnick who push their man up against the boards. Now eventually coming away with the ball here is Drake May. May will collect and get it over half. Now we'll dish off for Luke Hildebrandt. Jace Dolinski now. Hildebrandt back on over. Remy Pichon can't quite hang on to that one cleanly, but eventually it's collected by Devin Gardner. Gardner back up for Luke Hildebrandt. Power play's just got 10 seconds remaining. Sutherland lets fly, and that one's wide of the target, but he'll get to his own rebound. Now it's Luke Hildebrandt who will give it a try, and that one is blocked by a Silvertips player, so it will be in possession of the Mavericks here with a fresh new shot clock. 4 seconds of power play remaining as they start possession. Out to be at even strength here. 1 for 2 are the Mavericks on the power play this afternoon. 5-on-5 lacrosse here. Dishing off, here's Sutherland who lets fly, and that one is over the target. Ricochets out. Here's a chance for Fuster the other way. Sutherland's on his horse to try to get back, and now he's angled his man off into the corner. Fuster Looks for some reinforcements, finds one. There is Penner. Penner's got it, right side, steps into the middle. Wanted to shoot, couldn't quite do so. Now will dish off for Schroeder. Schroeder will do the same, steps into the middle. Now looks to feather one into the middle. And that is denied there by Kai Klass. A good defensive effort, but Swan's pass is picked off in transition. Nate Shabak has it. Shabak's the leading scorer of the Silvertips. Dishes off. Tight angle shot and a decent save by Swan. Off the rebound. It's collected by Mountainview. Here they come. Eastern Ermern's got all sorts of room as he looks to dish it off for Ethan Hildebrand at the last minute, but that one gets away from him. Hildebrand now will look for possession, and he's found it now for Mountainview. 15 seconds on the shot clock, though. They've got to act fast. Hildebrand, he can't quite hang on to it, so that one's over the line again, and that will result in a sloppy turnover there for Mountainview. Cole Tewitt's got it. Down low, now back up top for Chase Penner. Right-hand side, 20 seconds on the shot clock as he dishes off for Schroeder. Now on over to Peterson. Peterson back on over for his man in Penner. Penner taken to the floor there. It's turned over as well. Away to the races is Luke Hildebrand. Luke Hildebrand's in on the lone. He scores. Ice cold is Luke Hildebrand. He buries his fourth of the afternoon. He is single-handedly dragging the Mavericks to success this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say he's found a rhythm on this McDonough goalie. It makes it so easy. And I really don't even know if he goes back on the offensive side. I think he plays defense and just goes on transition because he's been flawless. But I think that might have something to do with his girlfriend coming to town from the States. She makes the trip down, so obviously he has to put on a show.
Hildebrand came into this afternoon's action with 9 goals and 19 points in 5 games played. He's got 4 goals this afternoon.
I believe he might have an assist too, so that might be 5 on 6 goals. But nonetheless, he's got 4.
It's been an impressive campaign to date so far for Hildebrand, and we look forward to watching that continue. Here comes Dolinsky looking for his second of the afternoon. He is denied, though, by McDonough. And quickly, the script has flipped on this game. It's the Mavericks now up 2. It's 6-4 as we approach 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Shots closer as well, now 25-24 in favor of the Silvertips. It's been all Mavericks here in the second. In possession, though, looking to answer right back is Isaac Nickel. Nickel's pass a little too hot to handle for his teammates, so it'll be the Mavericks who come away with it. Schroeder putting the pressure on right away, though. Hildebrand, that's Ethan Hildebrand, sent to the floor. A couple of Mavericks players coming to his defense, but it'll be the Silvertips who have possession out of that scrum. 2:44 on the board, and possession for the Silvertips. They begin with Cole Peterson. Peterson now will dish over. Here's Shabak, who fires one wide of the target. Drake May looking for the rebound. Couple of Mavericks players are whacking away at it, but eventually Shabak is going to find it here for Rockyview. Shabak sets up the offense.
Tired group of D guys out there. That's 30 long seconds and now 10 more.
Pass is broken up there. Looks like Harnick got a piece of it. Now Harnick finds the loose ball. He's in transition on alone and fires one on. It's no goal, says the official. Harnick was celebrating, but the official right on the goal line and waves that one off.
Yeah, you got to sell it for the ref to call it, that's for sure. But doesn't catch that lucky bounce. But it did roll past McDonough. So you can tell somebody's in his head or he's talking negative to himself because too many bounces have not gone his way tonight.
It's been the Mavericks who have put up 4 unanswered goals here in the second period as well. They've taken a 6-4 lead. And picking up that ball in transition, a big part of this lead has been Luke Hildebrand. Here he comes again. Hildebrand in, and this time he's denied by McDonough. Just ran out of real estate there at the end.
Yeah, just had to make sure he was human here.
Right-hand side. Silvertips will take it over half. Sloppy pass there. That was intended for Nickel, but that one got away from him. It's the Mavericks who have it. Now Ethan Hildebrand. Hildebrand looking to set up Gardner down low, and Gardner is denied by McDonough. McDonough starts up for the Tips. Collision behind the play, but into the offensive zone is Rockyview. As we approach the 1-minute mark here of the second period. Down low, Mason Schroeder takes it towards the goal. Nice save by Alex Swan. Picking it up is Riley Lodemeyer. He'll pass out. There's Ryder Baumung, rather, who picks it up and takes it over half and waits for the rest of his offensive core to get out there. Sutherland is one of those guys. He's got it now as the setup man. 15 on the shot clock. Looks to float one into the middle there, but that's an errant pass. It's picked up by the goaltender, McDonough. McDonough now will look for a man right-hand side, but that one's turned up as well. Sutherland looking to get back into the offensive zone, ties up his man, and he's one possession as well for Mountain View. Now into the offensive zone, it's Riley Benko. Benko's got it on the right-hand side, back over for Sutherland. Sutherland now steps around his man, lets fire, and he scores! Hayden Sutherland, and he's got the Mavericks up by 3.
Yeah, he's been quiet here tonight on the shot looks here. He's done some good moves. Finally finds that back of the net. Hopefully he can step into some rhythm here with Hildebrand, sorry. Tongue-tied. Yeah, that's just a great shot. I was thinking he was going to pass it low, but I mean, if you're going to score, you might as well shoot it, right?
It's been a dominated period so far for the Mountain View Mavericks. 23 seconds to go in this middle frame. They have scored 5 unanswered goals, and they have stormed back on the shot clock as well, which is often an indicator about how things are going. It was the Mavericks who were at one point doubled up in the first period. Now they have the advantage, 28-27. The Mavericks have been pouring it on here in the second, and now in transition, Luke Hildebrand, but he's whistled down. He's whistled down on the breakaway. A break there for the Silvertips off a absolutely red-hot Luke Hildebrand play. What's happening here, Dawson?
To be honest with you, I'm still shocked at that Liam Steele Hail Mary between the legs skip pass to Hildebrand. That was gross. I don't know what the call is, though.
17 seconds remaining here in the second. The officials are huddling up right now. I believe it's a timeout call of sorts.
No, the Mavericks couldn't have called timeout.
They're playing Jeopardy, though. Dawson, I don't know.
Unless Harnack calls it because he's the only guy able to, and didn't see Hildebrand was on the breakaway.
What would be the thought process there, you think?
Well, you want the last possession in a way, and the Mavericks have stormed up. This is one thing I may not agree with it, Coach. If you're rolling in momentum like that, don't set up and draw up a play, because as soon as it doesn't go right, your negativity just shot up. Anyways, I believe Harnack must have called a timeout on the back line there and didn't see Hildebrand on the breakaway.
Luke Hildebrand, though, has got 4 goals in this game. He has been lights out this entire season for the Mountain View Mavericks. A big part of why they were on that 4-game winning streak, and a big part of why they've got 5 wins this season so far, looking to set up potentially the Mavericks' best ever season here in the Rocky Mountain Junior Lacrosse League. In possession here are the Mavericks. They'll look to rag things down to the last second here as they've got full advantage of the shot clock and the score clock. Now 8 seconds to play with. In possession, Remy Pachad now backdoor feed, but that's broken up and sent the length of the floor. There was an open net as Alex Swan was out, but nothing coming for both sides there at the end of this second frame. But that was quite the second period for the Mountain View Mavericks, who score 5 unanswered goals after coming into the middle frame down 4-2. They exit up 7-4, and boy, oh boy, Dawson, that was an impressive period for the black and yellow.
Yeah, no kidding. None to say less. I did want to say, though, I've never, ever told somebody to pull a goalie, especially because of that. That happened 3 times last year, and we got caught 3 in a row. So I didn't want to commentators curse it, but I mean, just if I'm not mistaken, 5 straight here. Swan's going to look to dial in this pass as he missed through one. So he spends about a half an hour in practice just throwing these passes. So,
is that right, eh?
Yeah, he wants to make sure that he's not going to underthrow it, because he's going to pick himself apart for sure. But nonetheless, yeah, great offense for the Mavericks. The transition game was flawless by Hildebrand. Got caught twice. I think Dolinsky and him didn't finish, and Harnack got one that may have went in, may have not went in. Ref called it no goal, but from my eyes up here, I didn't think it went in. But yeah, if I'm the Silvertips here, it's definitely going to be a harsh one in that dressing room right now. I would have nothing nice to say. They controlled the first period flawlessly.
Yep.
Come out in the second period, I think they all thought they had this game, and Mavericks showed you why you have to play 60 full minutes, not 40.
All right, I mean, these two teams have had tight games in the past. Just 1 week ago, last Saturday in Calgary, it was a 6-5 defeat for the Mountainview Mavericks. So, I mean, a lot lower scoring than what today is going to eventually turn out to be in my estimations, but still a tight game. So if you're the Mavericks as well, you don't want to get too high on yourself right now. Still 20 minutes of work ahead, but they've put themselves in a heck of a position to come away with the points today.
Yeah, and that starts with those two goalies of that low-scoring game. You got Caden McDonough. I think he leads the league in save percentage, or he did last year for sure. Then you got Alex Swan, a rookie, standing on his head all year long. He's got great save percentage. He's been a part of this team the whole way through, and he's just brought up so much from such a young perspective. It really starts with Swan, I think, for this Mavericks team. If he's not playing good, like you see in that first period, 4 goals against, that's not Swan's fault by no means, but you can see the energy has now dipped down, and now that we're winning, you can see that it's just a whole different game. It's a different team from the first period for sure.
I would say Alex Swan kept this team in it for a long period of time as well, as they were getting outshot, outchanced, and eventually throughout that second period, we mentioned at the 5-minute mark with 15 minutes to play, it seems like we didn't have much of anything going on, especially offensively. Then something sparked for the Mavericks and things have changed, and like we say, scoring 5 unanswered goals in that second frame to be up 7-4 here as we go into the third period of action. We are going to take a quick break here, just a few minutes time, and we'll be back with about 2 minutes to go in the intermission, so we'll pause for about 5 minutes here. You're listening and watching Mountain View Mavericks Lacrosse on the Mavericks YouTube channel. Mavericks fans. Welcome back inside the Innisfil Twin Arena, where it's the Mountainview Mavericks after 5 unanswered goals in the second period find themselves up 4-3 as we begin the final period of action here from the Innisfil Twin Arena. My name is Barrett Van Klooster. I'm joined ringside by Dawson Mailer, and it's been a great game so far. I'd say, Dawson, it was a slow start for the Mavericks, but they certainly found their stride in the middle frame. Yeah,
they definitely rode that wave of momentum and just carried on through it, and the Tips never really had a chance to answer back, which was great, but quite the turnaround. A whole 180, whatever you want to call it. Hildebrand finally showed up. Sutherland found one. Dolinsky found one on the power play. A lot of transition looks, and I think they started to pick up those loose balls that I was talking about, where that just takes away the Tips' percentage of offensive chances.
By my math, the Mavericks are 1 for 3 on the power play this afternoon. Meanwhile, it's the Silvertips who are 1 for 2 themselves, but they need some offense here, down 3 goals after what was a dominating period by the Mountain View Mavericks. You know you're going to get the best effort from the Rockyview Silvertips. Hosting provincials this year, they've set the bar very, very high for themselves, and they've only lost 1 game so far this season. They are 11-1 and lead the Central Division. Meanwhile, in the offensive zone, it's Hayden Sutherland taking a beating but holding on to that ball. Fuster's all over him. Sutherland still has it. He lets fly. That one is blocked before it ricochets all the way back to Swan.
Yeah, you know the Tips are going to come out hard here. Mavericks just got to continue with that wave of momentum and don't let them get the first one, because that's what they're going to try to do, chip away at it, break it down. And Mavericks just got to stay hot, they got to stay hard, and they got to play tough defense here. That's where it's going to start.
Got to be hard to play against, that's for sure. Here's Chase Penner. He's got it. He lets fly, and that's denied by Alex Swan. Working on those passes in the intermission. It works. He's got Hildebrand on the money, and Hildebrand is denied. Looking for his 5th goal of the afternoon. Meanwhile, here's the Silvertips, who will start out. Matthew DeVille-Legault. Now it's Schroeder. Mason Schroeder's got it. Left-hand side. Feels the pressure there from Ethan Hildebrand, who bumps him to the outside, but he'll dish off Chase Penner. Now he gets it to Nate Shavik. Shavik now will go back for Cole Tewitt. Tewitt now has Schroeder. Tries to give it to Schroeder. Handles it quickly and fires a low shot on. Ricochets all the way back. Penner has to collect. Penner now left-hand side. Let's fly. It's denied by Alex Swan. Swan's got it. He'll start up. Riley Lodemeyer takes a bump. Now we'll have a lane, and he works it over half. Riley Lodemeyer's got it. He'll dish off in transition. Benko will pick it up. Benko for Remy Pichon. Down low, it's Jordy Benko. Hands on over for Ryder Baumung. Ryder Baumung now. Top of the arc. Doesn't have a shot quite yet. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Lets a desperate one fly. Liam Steele's down low. He can't get there. And it's a turnover. Silvertips ball. Away they come with Chase Tewitt. He'll dish off. Headman, left-hand side. Now down low they go. Peterson's got it. Peterson back up top. Opportunity for Isaac Nickel. Nickel dishes off. Looks for his man, Zachary Cullen. Cullen's got a goal already. He'll dish off. Back to Nickel. Nickel, hands off. Now it's Cole Tewitt who lets fly. That one's wide of the target. Comes back out, but the shot clock had already elapsed, and it's a turnover. Mavericks ball. Alex Swan, he'll start it up. Gives it for Easton Ertman. Now for Devin Gardner. Offensive man in possession. But that one's wide of the target. Back the other way with some speed. Here comes the Silvertips. They'll stomp up. Will elect to get some troops over the boards as Mason Schroeder's got it. Waits for the rest of his offensive group to come out there. Peterson joins the play. So does Cole Tewitt. Nate Shavik's on the right-hand side, but an over-the-shoulder pass from Schroeder is a little too hot to handle there for Chase, beg your pardon, that's Peterson, who comes up to the top of the arc. His pass is away from Schroeder, and that will result in a turnover. Sloppy play there from Rockyview, uncharacteristic, but the Mavericks will take it, and it's all the way into the offensive zone.
Yeah, definitely. I think Schroeder should have shot that then over the back look, but personal choice, I guess.
Right-hand side, it's the Mavericks trying to feather one in for Riley Benko. That one's away from him. The Silvertips will gather quickly as it's Fuster away to the races. He's got a man in the middle, and that one is just over the floor. Zachary Cullen couldn't quite collect that one. into the corner. He will gather it eventually, gets it up top for Nickel. Now he'll dish off. Nickel for Penner. Beg your pardon, this is Penner now, right-hand side. Cullen's got it again. Cullen takes a step into the inside. Can't fire one on, but it'll dish off. Now it's Stewart who fires, gets his own rebound. Back to him it comes, and flying in, it's denied by Alex Swan. Took a step into the crease. Here's a transition opportunity. Luke Hildebrand's got it, right-hand side. Mavericks into the offensive zone, approaching the 5-minute mark of this third period. Hildebrand for Sutherland, who lets fly, and that one is a fine one. That's Chase Penner, who finds the back of the net. A quick goal here for the Rockyview Silvertips, who have answered back after allowing 5 unanswered goals. They get one themselves, and suddenly it's a 7-5 game.
That starts with Penner there. He's down low. I can hear him out my ear yelling, go, 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 as they pick up that ball at half. He recognizes the numbers game. Sits on that crease there. He's waiting for that backdoor look, and it was, I think, 30-foot pass, and he still got it off. So great job by the Tips to crawl back into this game, and it's what you don't want to see for a Mavericks.
Silvertips have 5 goals from 5 different players in this afternoon's game. Meanwhile, it's the Mavericks looking to answer back here. Momentum, you can feel it turning towards the Silvertips, especially after that goal just moments ago. Cole Tewitt's got it. Into the middle, he comes for Nickel. Nickel's shot is wide of the target. It's gathered here by the Mavericks. Brandon Harnick's got it. He'll carry it over in transition. Harnick, hands off. He's got his man in Devin Gardner. Gardner now turns away from a couple of checks. It's popped loose from Devin Gardner, and now it's collected by the Rockyview Silvertips. Here they come in possession. That's Christian DeGroot who hands off. Peterson's got it now. Peterson back up top for Cullen. Cullen now looks for his man off the bench. Back on over to Peterson. Sets up a screen, now fires one on, and that one is off of a Mavericks player here, so it's going to be a Silvertips possession. 30 seconds of shot clock. It's a fresh one here for the Silvertips. Out of the left-hand side, they'll start this possession. Moves things down, wants the offense to get out there. Here's Hayden Sutherland. Sutherland's got it, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dishes off, back over to Sutherland. Now down low, left-hand side. Taking a step out is Jordy Benko, who looks to fire one cross area. And that one eventually will get away from the Mavericks. It's gathered up by the Silvertips. Left-hand side, walking his way over. It's Adams. Gives it to Shavik. Now Schroeder. Now Tewitt. Goal Tewitt. Left-hand side will step into the corner. Now gives it back to Schroeder. Cullen's got it now. Zachary Cullen feels the heat there from Drake May. Turns over. Shavik. Left-hand side. He's got his man in Tewitt. Tewitt loses possession though. Good effort there from Easton Erdman. Erdman kills enough time to result in a shot clock turnover, or at least I thought it was. Never mind. Here's the Silvertips remaining in possession, working their way towards the crease. Mason Schroeder with a good effort there to try to get his team back into this one. Silvertips still down 2. It's a 7-5 game. Last week it was a 7-6 result. I beg your pardon, it was 6-5 the result for the Rockyview Silvertips over these very same Mavericks, of course. Tight games galore between these two ties. Hayden Sutherland's got it. Looks to go back to the top of the arc. That one's a little out of the reach of his man. But a call coming up here, Dawson, what'll it be?
I think it's a 2-minute slash on the captain here, Schroeder. I think he catches May up high in the face. 2 minutes cross-check. Oh, I thought it was high sticking for sure, but nonetheless, I'm no Logan Niemeyer, so I can't make all the calls here, but this is what you really want for Mavericks, as you get like the title at first. 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes. It was let's play not to lose, let's play not to win kind of deal. Like, you didn't see them use any of the offensive looks. They used the full 30, but nonetheless, they have a chance here to get one back.
Power play coming up here, 4th of the afternoon by this broadcaster's math. Luke Hildebrand's got it. Down low he comes. Mavericks do have a power play goal as well. Hildebrand dishes off for Sutherland. They trade spaces. Now Sutherland dishes off, firing one on. It's been shot, and that one is gobbled up by McDonough. McDonough now looks to headman out. It's turned over only briefly, though, as Sutherland's reaching for it. Both sides are looking for the loose ball. It'll be the Mavericks who come away. Sutherland dishes off. looking to kill some time here as the transmission man will head on over, and offensive player in Riley Benko comes on. 19 on the shot clock. Luke Hildebrand dishes off. Is it for Dolinsky? Dolinsky, Pinchot, back to Dolinsky, now down low it comes, and eventually it'll trickle towards McDonough. Minute of power play remains, but back the other way. It's a breakaway here for Christian DeGroat. Denied by Alex Swan. Short-handed breakaway, a massive save there from the Mavericks goaltender.
Yes.
Right-hand side.
It's a turning point right there for the Tips, right? If you get that one in, I mean, he just shut down everything going for the Mavericks.
Connell Walker has the turnover. He'll kill some more time off this power play for the Mavericks. Walker still got it. Right-hand side, dishes over. Penner now. Chase Penner looks to rag this as long as he possibly can. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Just 25 on the power play now for the Mavericks. Penner still has it. Penner now left-hand side, runs into a wall there and Jace Dolinsky, and eventually loses his footing as well, but he's done his job in killing as much time as possible from this power play. Only 10 seconds remaining on the man advantage as Riley Benko will quickly look to set something up.
The Mavericks won't elect to shoot here because if you miss the net and that guy coming out the penalty box, it's a horrible look. So, yeah, they just elect to hold it.
Back to even strength we come here as the Mavericks will play pitch and catch. Baumung's got it, handed back. That's off Benko. Benko lets fire, and now down low. It's set up from Sutherland. Just couldn't connect there, but some good ball movement there by the Mavericks. We're approaching the 10-minute mark of this third period. The Mavericks still up 2 goals. Brandon Harnick's got it at half. He's carried it back over as well. Heavy play here from Brandon Harnick, but he's done his job. Harnick hands off for Remy Pachad. The offense back out there. Right-hand side, Benko on over for Luke Hildebrand. Luke Hildebrand will wind, not quite fire though, as he sends it into the corner. Looking for his man in Jordy Benko. Down there as well as Jason Linsky, who's got possession back on over for Hildebrand. Now it's the other Benko and Riley who gives it for Luke Hildebrand. Now back to Riley. He'll hand over. Here's Dolinsky. Back for Hildebrand, who lets fly and he scores! Luke Hildebrand has 5 goals and the Mavericks back up 3. It's 8-5.
That's a pretty looking play by the Mavericks there. It didn't look like it was going off the way they wanted to. And then Benko from, I think the second assist is Dolinsky, if I'm not mistaken, or Benko Dolinsky. Regardless, it's a Hildebrand 5th goal of the night. Pretty passing, pretty good play, and I think he just pinched that bottom corner there on McDonough. So I think he's found just about every hole he could find on this tendy, and hopefully he can get 6.
No kidding. We're talking the intermission. How about the play of Hayden McDonough so far? Comes into this afternoon's game with an 88.1 save percentage, which is outstanding, leads the league, and he has been really torn apart this afternoon, in particular by Luke Hildebrand. One of the best snipers in the league and one of the best goaltenders in the league going head-to-head, and right now it's Hildebrand with the advantage. Meanwhile, it's Shavik looking to answer back here for the Tips, who have upped their urgency here after going down 3 once again. Here's Liam Steele, who digs it away. He'll dish out. A 2-on-1 developing now with Lodemeyer and Harnick. Lodemeyer has it, holds on to it. Now will dish off for Sutherland. Smart play there by the veteran Lodemeyer. Better to hold on to the ball in this stage of the game.
He knows that they got the lead here, and making that pass to Harnack could benefit them, but it also, we could waste 30 more seconds here. And nonetheless, a great shot by the Mavericks, so you still got the shot off.
It'll be McDonough who swallows that one up, though, so Silvertips will get possession back. As quickly looking to get over is Walker. Walker will make it happen towards Tuitt. Tuitt now will carry it in. Backdoor pass. Here's Penner, and Penner puts that one wide of the target. It'll be the Silvertips who get to it first, though, as Schroeder will hand off. And Tuitt under some distress there. Back on over for Schroeder. Schroeder now left side. Cole Tuitt, assistant captain, has it. Right side. Cullen looking to feather one in, hits some equipment before he can do so successfully. Here comes Luke Hildebrand once again. He's got a breakaway, but he's chased down by Cole Tuitt. What a defensive effort that was. The Hildebrand's a little slow to get up as well. He's hobbling as he comes off. Meanwhile, in the offensive zone, it's the Silvertips who turn it over. Ethan Hildebrand, he's got it. He's carried it over the line, and now on the right side, he'll stop up. Hildebrand dishes off for Riley Benko. Benko's got it. Still in possession now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Dolinski down low, left-hand corner, now back up top, letting one fly is Benko, and that one denied before it could get to the target. Now an over-the-shoulder shot, and that one is denied as well. That was blocked before it could get to the goal. Now carrying it over, here come the Silvertips. They want to set up some offense here as Matthew DeVille will head on off for the change. Meanwhile, Peterson's got it. He'll carry it towards the goal, and just lost possession before he could get a clean shot off. Back the other way, it's Drake May who's got it. May steps into the inside, can't let this shot go. Mason Schroeder pokes it out of the pocket there. Now a battle as a couple of Mavericks players collide on Schroeder. Schroeder holding on to the stick there of a Mavericks player. And now we've got a whistle out there. Dawson, what do you see?
Out of bounds there. The ball just dribbled outside the net there. Regardless, it was going to be the 8-second warning, I think, was coming up next. But yeah, the ball did go out of play.
Mavericks doing a good job of killing as much time on this clock as they possibly can. They find themselves up 8-5 against this Silvertips team who has only lost one game so far this year. Hayden Sutherland's got it. Right-hand side. Now looking to feather one in on the Mavericks, but that one gets away from everyone, but more eventually Drake May gathers. Now we fire a desperate shot on, and that'll restart the shot clock here as the rebound pokes over, but eventually it'll be the Silvertips who come away with it. Fuster's got it. His headman pass is a good one as Clark is looking to chase this one down. Clark's got it, 2-on-1. Mavericks with some solid D there, not much option there for Clark, and that results in a turnover. Right-hand side, looking to set things up now. It's Trayton Myris. Myris will dish off for Dolinski.
Yeah, the bench is calling out settle as soon as I cross that half line. They're trying to slow this game down, take the Silvertips momentum and rhythm out of it.
Sutherland lets fly from a distance. That one's on target. Could reset the shot clock here, but it'll be the Silvertips who come away with it first. 2-on-0 developing, but it quickly becomes a 2-on-1, and eventually forced to turn away there is Joshua Brunton. Some good D there from the Mavericks.
Yeah, Pinchot makes a great effort making that 2-on-1 become a 2-on-2 and then a turnover.
Not usually his job to be in the defensive zone, but nice play there from Pinchot. Now it's Drake May who's got it. He takes a step into the offensive zone, but we'll wait for change to happen here as Hayden Sutherland has it. Now we'll dish off Riley Benko. Benko looks to the middle for Dolinski, and Dolinski with a nice looking opportunity there, and the rebound will corral into the corner. Now eventually it ends up back in possession of the goaltender in Caden McDonough. But what happened there, Dawson?
Yeah, the ball went back into the crease after it originally went into the crease and out, so that's in and out is what I call it, but it's over and back, whatever it is, into the crease.
Less than 5 minutes to play. Sutherland dishes off. That was a great look down low for Devin Gardner. Back the other way. Here come the Silvertips in a man advantage. Or pardon me, on a short-handed break, I should say. And that was an excellent look and save once again from Alex Swan, who has completely settled down in this game, and he has been one of the best players once again for the Mountainview Mavericks this afternoon. Mason Schroeder on the left-hand side feels some pressure here from a couple of Mavericks players, but Schroeder manages to hang on. Now we'll dish off. He gets it back. Now left-hand side. On over it comes. That one is turned over. Here's Luke Hildebrand away to the races. He's got a breakaway. Hildebrand puts it just wide of the target. Ricochets all the way back out. Clark will gather and take it over half now for Rockyview. 4 minutes remaining in this one. Mavericks looking to steal one against Rockyview. Cole to it. Back over for Nate Shabak. Shabak feed into the middle. A heavy hit there as Peterson unable to make it happen after a great defensive play by Riley Lodemeyer. Right side. Here they come. The Mavericks looking to get one back. Low in the goal. That was a beautiful finish from Ethan Hildebrand. What a goal that was. It's 9-5, and the Mavericks are in full control of this one.
Yeah, sorry, I got to clap it up. You got to cheer for that. As if we haven't said the Hildebrand name enough, the young man himself gets it, stepping up for his brother after his brother makes the mistake. So that might be the turning point of this game, was that Hildebrand transition, because now both of them have one. I believe that's his second of the year. So great job by young man Ethan Hildebrand.
And the Hildebrand brothers might as well be the Gretzky brothers out there, combining for 6 goals for the Mountainview Mavericks today.
It's been an unreal transition by them.
Meanwhile, it's the Silvertips who are trying to answer back here as we've got less than 3.5 minutes to play. Cole Peterson's got it. He'll fire one on. That one is denied by Swan. Ricochets back over the line, and the Silvertips will have another opportunity in possession. There's some real energy at the Innisfil Twin Arena today. Here's Cole Peterson. Gets it towards the goal, but eventually he's taken down. We've got an arm in the air here. Dawson, what'll be the call?
Drayden Myers caught Peterson up high. Not that he hasn't taken a beating today. He's taken every hit that's been thrown at him. He's just battled back. But I think he finally draws a call here on Myers as they argue it. But I think it's going to be high stick here. High stick or a cross check, because I might as well throw another guess out there.
Shot clock reads 39-38. The Mavericks do have the one-shot advantage on that, of course, and they've got a 4-goal advantage on the scoreboard. 5 goals from Luke Hildebrand this afternoon. It's been impressive. Hayden Sutherland's on the board. Jace Delinsky had a power play goal. Ethan Hildebrand just got that extra insurance, and Riley Benko also with a goal earlier in this game. Impressive effort so far.
Yeah, quite the second half battle by these Mavericks. And here's a Hildebrand turnover. He picks away a pass. He's to the races. I like that he holds it here. Don't shoot it. And he shot it.
Just as you say, he fires one on its wide of the target, but the Silvertips will pick it up. They've got about 1.5 minutes of power play time to work with now as Chase Penner will slow things down and set it up. Penner's got it again. Mason Schroeder now, back to Penner. Penner lets fly, and that's eaten up there by Alex Swan. Swan now in transition, looks to hit his man. He's got Harnick. Harnick in on alone, and he's denied. Point blank save by Caden McDonough. Now on the power play, it's Fuster who'll take it over half for the Rockyview Silvertips. Gives it for Penner. Penner now looks to set up Nate Shabak. Back to Shabak. Penner, Schroeder, Penner's got it, to it now, let's fire, that one's wide of the target, Ricochet comes all the way back over half, and that will result in a Mountain View possession. 1:51 remaining in this game. Mavericks up 9-5 against their division rivals and leaders of the Central Division as well. Mavericks came into this contest with 11 points. The Silvertips had 22. A battle of 1 versus 3 in the Central. And the Mavericks have shown their worth this afternoon. Meanwhile, killing more time is Remy Pachon. Still ragging that ball in the offensive zone. Lets one fly. Comes off the back wall. Now just 5 seconds on the shot clock. They let another Hail Mary fly towards the goal, but eventually it'll come all the way back. Here's the Silvertips with possession. Immediately feeling the pressure, though, is Christian DeGroot. Needing a couple of checks there, but doing his job for Rockyview.
Yeah, I don't think these Mavs know they're still on a PK here for 2 seconds.
Meanwhile, back to full strength they come. Good kill there from the Mavericks, and the Silvertips with a sloppy pass there. Schroeder unable to get to it. Now Drake May will collect. He'll dish off right away. Myris back to May, and May is denied there by McDonough. Picking up the rebound, though, is Myris, who fires it on right away. It's swallowed up by McDonough. Just 45 seconds remaining in this contest.
Yeah, great give and go here by Myers and Drake to find 2 shots. Waste some time off that clock as the final seconds tick here.
To it, towards the goal. It's denied by Swan. Rebound collected here by Fuster, who fires one on. It's also put wide. A battle in the corner now. Fuster looking for it. Both sides looking for it, but it's a turnover, and it's a Mavericks ball. Yeah. 26 seconds to go.
You can't hit the man not going for the ball. That's a turnover there, and I think that just about does it here for our third last home game division rival.
Jace Delinsky ragging the ball as he takes it into the corner. Behind the net now, 10 seconds to go here. The Mountain View Mavericks, after being down 4-2 and 2-0 respectively to start this game, have absolutely come to life in the second period, scoring 5 unanswered goals, and that is enough to propel them to a 9-5 victory over the, well, one of the best teams in the league, if you ask me, in the Rockyview Silvertips, handing them just their second loss of the season. The Mavericks Mavericks improved to 6-4-1 with a massive W this afternoon, Dawson.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of injuries on today's roster, and to get this one done here at home, it just shows you how tight that Central Division really might be. Personally, might be biased, but I think that's the toughest division to ever play in. Say nonetheless, you hand the Silvertips the second loss at home. Just it shows the league how tight this is, right? Like, this team really should just walk over the third division team, right? And Mavericks come with a hurt roster and show them, hey, we'll play every game to the best of our ability. And obviously we take 2 points back, and not to bring up something that doesn't matter, but the Rampage do have a game tonight against the Rebels, and the Rebels could take that one away from them, and then you're up into that second position here in the Central. So I guess we'll wait and see for the scores on that. But nonetheless, I mean, this Mavericks team just proves time after time how hardworking it is to be a Maverick, and I mean, it shows today. We didn't start off great, but finished unbelievably.
Is it safe to say that this is one of the biggest wins in this franchise's history?
There's a few up there, but definitely for sure, I think we gave the Tips a few free points back in my day, and yeah, to see us finally beat them, I'm happy for it. So
it's a big afternoon here for the Mountainview Mavericks, who, again, they didn't play their best lacrosse to start this one, that's for sure. Opening 10-15 minutes or so was dominated by the Rockyview Silvertips, both on the shot clock and on the scoreboard. They were up 4-2 heading into the first intermission, but something just clicked in this final 40 minutes for the Mountainview Mavericks. They were the better team, and they fully earned this victory this afternoon. Once again, 9-5 are the winners, the Mountainview Mavericks. Shot clock reads 41-40, also in favor of the Mountainview Mavericks. So Alex Swan once again with a 35 save effort, and again, if it wasn't for him there in the first and halfway through the second, this game could be a whole lot different, Dawson.
Absolutely. Swan comes up big here time after time. On the power play, they got 2 good shots, 2 great breakaways in this third period, and he shuts them down. And besides the Penner goal there to start us off, he did very good.
Alrighty, well, we'll just get ready to wrap things up here from our broadcast booth, Mountainview Mavericks broadcast booth. And we want to thank everyone for being on board with us. A thrilling game here at the Innisfil Twin Arena. There's no doubt about that. A lot of fun, and a lot of fun still to be had here as well, as we just take a quick look at our home schedule. Only a few more dates remaining. Of course, one coming up against the Blizzard on June 15th. The Kings coming to town on the 22nd, and a couple in July as well, including another big game against the Red Deer Rampage in the early parts of July. So that'll be a big one, a big emotional one as well. But for tonight, it's a great night to be a Mavericks fan with a 9-5 victory over the Rockyview Silvertips, hosts of provincials this year as well. So that just goes to show you how much parity there is in the Rocky Mountain Junior B Tier 1 Lacrosse League. It was a lot of fun to have you on board with us once again. My name is Baron Van Klooster. Dawson Mailer, thank you once again for being here, and we're looking forward to more games in the future.
Absolutely. Do you have any 3 stars for tonight?
Well, I'll give you one for sure. Luke Hildebrand, I mean, how can't you be your first star of this night? 5-goal effort. He was absolutely outstanding, I thought. Who do you think stood out for your second and third?
I definitely got to give this second one to Swan here. Holding the Central Division leaders to 5 is pretty good, and I mean good by great. And I got to give one to the Tips there. It was Fuster. He took a few draws.
Absolutely.
He played a little bit of offense at the end there, but that second period, he really held that Mavericks to, I mean, they had the runaway, but he held it for sure for the Tips, and he stood out big all night long. And I mean, third star, you got to give him one, I guess. Absolutely.
I think those are pretty just. 3 stars for this afternoon's contest. A lot of fun, but Luke Hildebrand, your main star of the afternoon, a 5-goal effort, and the Mavericks win 9-5. It's Baron Van Klooster and Dawson Mailer signing off for the Mountainview Mavericks YouTube channel.